Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Tyranny. In the last episode we fought our way into the Sentinel Stand Keep, where we confronted Stratos Herodin and also found Amelia, a Graven Asher's daughter. And apparently during her imprisonment Amelia had befriended with her captors basically, and she even had a daughter with the last regent's son who had died earlier. So, we then killed Stratos Herodin because he simply wouldn't surrender or join the Scarlet Chorus or anything like that, so we were forced to kill him. However, we did manage to convince Amelia to take her daughter and go to Cacophony, where Voices of Nerat would keep her, well, safe. So we didn't kill her or the daughter because we don't want to kill them. We don't want to kill them. The daughter especially because now officially Amelia's daughter is the last regent of Stalwart, and because of that the Edict of Storms is still raging around, and we don't want to end the storm because as long as the Edict of Storm is raging, there is not really much that Disfavored can do against the Scarlet Chorus presence in this area. And now we are going to back to Cacophony and report back to Voice of Nerat, right, and hear what his next move is. So without further ado, let's continue with the rest of the game and go to Cacophony. Let's hope that Amelia is alright. I don't want Voices to make a liar out of me. Well, Amelia should be fine. I mean, Nerat wouldn't do anything to her, right? And especially the child. The child is most important one here. Okay, and we are here, and then to the world map from here. If only you could run faster. So, where are we going? Oh, there's a trap there. Disarm it, just for the XP. So, where are we going from here? After Cacophony, that is. Well, it is very possible that once we have reported back to Voice of Nerat, he might send us to Haven area and take this area for us, and maybe even recruit the Bronze Brotherhood to our ranks, which I was actually planning to do ever since I first went to this area. So I still kind of want to recruit the Bronze Brotherhood to the Scarlet Chorus, and that shouldn't be too hard to do, because during the campaign, Voice of Nerat did hire the Bronze Brotherhood to guard the Lethian's Crossing area during the conquest. So that shouldn't be too hard, considering how the Scarlet Chorus and the Bronze Brotherhood has worked together before. But we'll see. But for now, to Cacophony. 3 days. And we went straight past to Ironheart, which is the Disfavored's main stronghold at the moment. And we are back here. How long has it been since last time we were here? New message. Received a missive from Fatebinder Rogalus. Well, okay, let's read this real quick. Still in the storm. Dear Fatebinder Brehana, your actions at Sentinel Stand have once again supplied the rumor mongers of the bastard city with stories to peddle. Some seem to think that your cunning twist of legalese intended to display some great support for the people of Stalwart. That, of course, only leads to speculation about which people of Stalwart you intend to benefit. The unbrilliant upstarts or the corrupt old queens. There were queens in Stalwart? Or maybe it's just a figure of speech. Anyway, others foolishly believe you unraveled the Overlord's edict to prove that you could, as if a silver of cleverness could bring Kairos low. As a scholar, I prefer primary sources to gossip. So allow me to ask you plainly, why did you choose to spare the child? Well, okay, they already know about that. Tell him it was the right thing to do. Tell him it was purely political. Tell him to mind his own business. Okay, well, what's this answer like? Dear Fatebinder Rogalus, when faced with the choice to save a child or consign it to death, I choose to save it. That does not seem so strange a thing to me. Either decision would have fulfilled the Overlord's will. The last ruling house of Stalwart met its end in the Blade Grave. You need read nothing more into it than that. Fatebinder Brehana. and purely political. Dear Fatebinder Rogalus, the blood of Graven Ash, Archon of War, flows through that child's veins. It should take no scholar of history or governance to recognize the potential in protecting it. The Archon appreciates family above all else. Why would I deprive him of a grandchild born of the ruling family of Stalwart if I could do so without shirking my duty to the Overlord? I do not make a habit of discarding gifts of fortune. Fatebinder Behana. Okay. And then mind your own business. Dear Fatebinder Rogalus, you will have to look to the rumor mongers for your answers. I keep counsel on this matter only with myself. Fatebinder Behana. Well, this could be an answer that my character could send. I don't think I'm gonna go with it was the right thing to do, because we didn't really do it because it was the right thing. For political reasons. It should take no scholar of history or governance to recognize the potential in protecting it. The Archon appreciates family above all else. Why would I deprive him of a grandchild born of the ruling family of Stalwart if I could do so without shrieking my duty to the Overlord? I don't really care about this too much, to be honest either. Maybe I just tell him this because I really like the other two options. You will have to look to the rumor mongers for your answers. I keep counsel on this matter only with myself. Fatebinder Behana. Yeah, screw that guy. Okay, and since we are here, let's see. Vex, do you have anything interesting? Are you here to buy something? Yes, I am. Possibly. Depends what you got. Well, nothing too much here, to be honest. Nothing too interesting, no. Nah, your merchandise suck. But at least we can sell you our shit. Yeah, I don't think we want this. This is 200. I don't think I want this either. These are the exact same, right? Except that, wait. Heavy. Yeah, these are both heavy armor and exact same stats. Okay, well, let's just sell one of them away. I don't want this. I don't want to reduce my armor. As for you, Barrick. Oh, yeah, we got fuck tons of masterwork weapons in the last episode. How many did we find? 4? Maybe 4. Yeah, I think we found these 4. Well, let's hold on to these just in case. If only we could get rid of Barrick's armor in the near future, then we could give him this. So I'm gonna hold on to that. Yeah, but we're not gonna need that. Do you have anything? What did this? Oh, what did this do exactly? Plus control emotions. It spell things. No, I don't want to give this to Barrick. I'm just gonna move it here. And we don't need this either. Oh, and bronze throwing dagger. Is it any better than what Lantry has? Yeah, it is quite a lot of better actually. What was this ethereal drain? Oh, it's this 3 points stolen from a random attribute for a short duration. Okay. Yeah, okay. Well, let's sell this away as well. Yeah, I think that'll do. But go away. Okay. Were there any other merchants around here? I don't think so, no. You were not a... No, you're just a blood chanter. Yeah, okay, I don't think there's any other merchants to talk to. Well, let's go to Voice of Nerat. Haven't seen this guy for a very long time. When was the last time we talked to Nerat? Maybe about 10 episodes ago, I don't know. The Voice of Nerat regards you with an unreadable expression. Death surrounds us, but it would be useless to avoid inevitability. That is a lesson Graven Ash and his fast-clotting army will never understand as they scramble to avoid the grave. Welcome back, Fatebinder. What do you need to know? We are dizzy with answers. I'm ready to report on my activities. Ah, Fatebinder, our spies report that you performed well in the Blade Grave. Amelia is safe in our keeping, and the Edict of Storms rages in glorious perpetuity, grinding Stalwart to a nub. You delivered also Matthias, the Unbroken Leader, a most fortunate prize to fall in our hands. He has already taught us much about his people, and will teach us more still. The voice stares in eerie silence. But our war is not yet complete. There is something else that may yet prove critical. Something else? Well, what next? I wanted to talk to Amelia. Yeah, where is she, by the way? Don't tell me that you did something to her. First I want to know what happened to Matthias. Well, I don't really care too much about Matthias. But I kinda want to know what happened to Amelia. Well, Amelia can wait. So, what's next? The time has come to handle matters in our home region. As you have no doubt noticed, the Edict of Stone has wreaked havoc on these once fertile lands. Our Scarlet Chorus recruits return from the war hungry for provisions, but we have none to offer while the lands are thus blighted. The Archon Cairn lies in the Stone Sea, clinging to life with both of his petrified claws. If he could simply allow death to take him, the edict would be resolved and our troubles at an end. Kill the incompetent fossil however you can. He is flanked by adoring Earthshaker mages, but they should prove no challenge to the likes of you. Halfgate is now unlocked on the world map. Find our agent Misery in the ruined city of Halfgate. She will instruct you further. Okie dokie. She has disappointed us to no end with her performance in the region so far. If you cannot squeeze some usefulness out of her, then I'm afraid her time in our core has come to an end. Okay, so could you refresh my memory? Tell me about the Edict of Stone. What's there to say? You are the expert on the matter. We would ask you why you felt the need to throw Chorus lives in Cairn's path, when really it should have been a disfavored problem. Not that we are still bitter. Kairos brought down the edict to execute the rebellious, misguided Archon. It would seem Cairn is just tough enough to endure the torment of the edict, but only barely, and while the Archon persists in surviving, the edict ruins the land. If Cairn were to be put down out of his misery, the Edict of Stone should subside. We could then set our serfs to toil and accrue a bounty to feed our ever-growing chorus. Okie dokie. How is Cairn able to endure the Edict of Stone? Cairn is hardly the deadliest Archon ever to walk Terratus, but he's certainly one of the toughest. His refusal to die, even in the face of Kairos' magic, is an impressive display of defiance, but an utterly futile one. And he clings to life by a mere threat, unable to move, unable to speak, truly a sad state that only a traitor deserves. Killing him would be a true act of mercy, your good deed for the weak. Have I sent anyone who didn't end up on a spike or something? Or missing, even? Have I sent you anyone who didn't end up on a spike or missing? What a ridiculous question, Fatebinder. We are horrified that you would even ask. Audacity doesn't suit you at all. The flames about his collar form sharp angles, and he says nothing more. Okay, well, I guess we could ask about the Stone Sea before we go. Our wretched little home was once the breadbasket of the realm. These days it is a pitted and treacherous catastrophe waiting to happen. An improvement, we think, but hardly a convenient one. A tribe of beastmen roam these lands, unshackled from the bonds of their human masters. These days they have no love for our kind, so take care. What tribe? They call themselves Stone Stalkers. And in case you don't remember, the largest man and beast tribe in the entirety of the tiers, the Stone Stalkers of Asura nearly tripled in population during a period of domestication and forced labor in service to the farmers and ranchers of the realm. However, like all beasts, the Stone Stalkers were born wild and yearned to range free, unfettered by humans within their own homeland. In ancient times the tribe was known as the Meadowkins, but they were denied a name during their centuries of enslavement. In the turmoil created by Chaos' invasion of the Tiers and conquest of Asura, the beasts rebelled and won their freedom. Drawn to the enigmatic presence of Cairn, Archon of Stone, the beasts took the name Stone Stalker as their own. After Cairn's defeat when Kairos proclaimed the Edict of Stone on Asura, creating the Stone Sea, the Stone Stalkers retreated into the wilds. The humans who have since encroached on their territory have been slaughtered. Well, I'll head deep into the Stone Sea then. Don't forget to bring us a souvenir of your travels. Cacophony has its charm, but we are always seeking outside amusements. So I guess what I think he's saying is that conscript more people. But I still want to ask about Amelia. Yep, same thing. God damn it. You don't have the option to ask about that anymore. I was actually thinking that maybe I should just reload and ask about Amelia, because I really want to know what happened to her. If nothing else. Anyone else with name? Seven Toes. Maybe he can tell us. Favor 2. Glad to see you are still alive. Cacophony needs good, determined blood like yours. Grinning, Seven Toes raises a fist in salute. What do you need from me? Questions about Stone Sea? So, have I sent anyone to the Voice of Nerat that didn't end up on a spike or missing? She scrutinizes you for a long moment and then signs. To your question, a question. Do I go around asking the Archon of Secrets dumb questions, and if I did, would any of the answers be remotely satisfying? She looks at you with meaning and waits. If the answer to either of those was no, then don't bother asking me. Right. Aye, good luck in the Stone Sea and all that. And we just got a new message from Tunon himself this time. Quest updated. Oh, it's about the Inspires. Find a way to the Dawn Inspire in the Stone Sea. Well, I guess that's the next spire for us to go. But you know what? I think I'm gonna reload the last quick save real quick, because I really want to know what happened to Amelia. I'm just curious, that's all. So be right back. And we are back here. So let's try to ask this. I wanted to talk about Amelia. Ask away. She is in our keeping, safer than anywhere else on Taratus. We have it on good authority that she has turned the corner and finally learned to appreciate our many eccentricities. Eccentricities, huh? Or eccentricities. So that's how you say it. Okay, so then why do I see her on a spike? What? Where? Or maybe we're just in here. What happened to her baby? Well, the baby should be alive. We know that much. She's way too valuable to die. I get the feeling I didn't send Amelia here just to talk to you. Then why do I see her on a spike? Perhaps we spoke too soon. Amelia was very willful lady. We needed intelligence about the Disfavored, and she was not feeling cooperative. Well, obviously not. As you can see, she is now much more pliable and willing to engage with us. This is horrible. Well, not really, but I really hate how he just went and killed her. We really wanted Amelia to stay alive. Or at least I wanted to. My character doesn't care too much. Your artistic flair has improved, Archon. What happened to her baby? Yeah, I think that's only a logical next question. The child is intact and aware of her surroundings, with every luxury she could desire. She sups on wet nurses with generosity deserving of a queen. We have taken the responsibility of her education upon ourselves, and even ordered our sanest acolytes to offer her amusement. Her safety is beyond question. Well, I do believe that at least. I do believe that. So, do you expect me to believe that? Well, I actually do believe him here. In this case, which is very rare, but I do believe him this time, yes. Your hospitality is impressive, Archon. Favor with both the Voices and Chorus. We expect nothing less. Cacophony is nothing of not a home. A temporary home, perhaps, but we can think of no finer place for offspring to grow, to learn, to feed. I get the feeling I didn't send Amelia here just to talk to you. Balderdash! You take such pains to overthink matters, when the truth of the world is simpler than you could ever know. Come now, we don't meet in Cacophony to lie to one another. Amelia made a regrettable end. That we were able to extract some worthy intelligence from the exchange doesn't change the misfortune of it all. What do you mean by exchange? To powers you can't begin to understand, the Voice of Nerat steals the minds and knowledge of his victims. You know this happened often during the campaign against the Tears. What he gains from this ability, beyond his apparent madness, is anyone's guess. You know better than to ask him about it directly. Yeah, so let's not ask that then. Forget I asked. Let's discuss what's next. The time has come to handle matters in our home region. Yeah, it's the same thing, so I'm gonna skip this. Halfgate opened. Might as well ask about all of these, like we did last time. Okay, so the Stone Sea we go. Quest complete, making a stand. Cairn's final song. Wait. Why does it bring me here to Seats of Power? New message. From Tunon. Well, this is gonna be important. Fatebinder. You are to report to the Bastard City at once. Be prompt, lest I mistake your tardiness for reluctance. Tunon the Adjudicator, Archon of Justice. Okay, well, this is very plain and simple. Come to Bastard City. Ask for more information. No, let's just send... What do we say if we go with this? I am occupied with the investigation of the Archons. If you wish to interrupt my efforts, I can return to the Bastard City, but I have much to lose if distracted. Fatebinder Brehana. Nah, the Voice of Nerat and the Stone Sea can wait, so let's send confirmation. As you request, I will appear in your call in good time. Well, change of plans, folks. Guess we are going to the Bastard City after all. Oh, and let's check out the other quest. Cairn's final song. The Voice of Nerat has asked you to stop the edict in the Stone Sea by destroying what remains of Cairn, the Archon of Stone. So travel to Halfgate and meet with Misery, the Crimson Spear who is posted there. Okay, well, Misery can wait. Because Tunon wants us to the Bastard City. We haven't... Yeah, and that's where the Halfgate is. An otherwise unremarkable pit stop that marked the eastern border of the Great Stone Plains. Due to the Stone Sea's great quakes, the village of Plainsgate was bisected, half of its buildings falling deep into the cavern below. From that point forward, it was known as Halfgate. Okay. It's been such a long time since last time we have been in the Bastard City. So to the Tunon's court we go. Takes us whole 4 days. No random encounters, huh? That's a bit surprising. Ah, never mind, there we go. While making your way through the wilderness, you come upon several dense shrubs liberally dotted with crimson berries. The fruits are plump and ripe, with a thin skin that gives slightly under the pressure of your touch, hinting at the juice within. Oh, is this about the berries that made you horny if you ate them? You recognize the plant as budding rose, a bush that produces edible berries. These are a known aphrodisiac, commonly used in local festivals. Unfortunately, they are also mildly toxic to practitioners of magic. Well, we don't use magic, so we should be fine, right? Might as well take some of it. You carefully pull several of the berries from the plant. Offer berries to a companion? Well, sure, let's offer it to someone. Barrick, Lantry, Verse. I kinda want to see Barrick's reaction. He eyes the offered berry suspiciously. Barrick tells you that while he appreciates the gesture, he's had bad experiences in the past eating wild berries of the tears. His bronze and iron prison did nothing to decrease the unpleasantness. Well, fuck it, we eat one. The sweet fruit bursts in your mouth, burning slightly like liquor as it travels down your throat. Not long after, a warm, tingling sensation spreads through your body. Your hair stands on end, and your skin feels almost electric to the touch. Amorous urges unfold within your nethers. Oh my, pulling at you like the strings of a marionette. Damn. Ask a companion's aid. Oh yeah, we have run into these berries before. And last time we tried to ask for Verse to help us out, but she wasn't really into it. I wonder if she would be into it now. I don't think so, but I really want to see what Barrick is going to say. I'm just curious, folks. I'm just curious. So, Barrick, would you mind? You ask Barrick to help you relieve your tension. He stammers an incoherent response before trundling off. You're not entirely sure he's not interested, but it doesn't look like it'll happen today. Well, goddammit. Guess we have to take care of the issue ourselves. You find some privacy beyond the next hill and spend some quality time alone before returning to your journey, and we get a nice buff. Quality alone time. Prolonged practice by yourself has increased your ability with a one-handed weapon and strengthened your heart. Okay. That was very interesting. Received a missive from Fatebinder Rogalus. Well, we could just go and talk to him directly, but screw it. Let's just read the missive. I bet he's not very pleased. It was this. Dear Fatebinder Brehana, you disappoint me. I will interpret this as an unwillingness to set your thoughts to parchment, prone to interception as such missive are, rather than an attempt to avoid indicting yourself to an agent of the court. Remember, nothing remains unrevealed forever. Fatefinder Rogalus. Yeah, I wasn't expecting him to be very pleased with us. And Blade and Mark is here as well. Okay, so Tunon wanted to talk to us. I guess we
Sorry,
go
I can't.
straight up to him directly.
You return as summoned, despite the weight of responsibility on your shoulders. The court appreciates your devotion to our good work.
Well, you're my boss, so of course I had to come.
It should come as no surprise that your activities are closely monitored. As an extension of Kairos' law in the frontier, your progress is a topic of some interest. I sent you on a mission to bring order to the chaos of this civil war. Not enough time has passed for me to expect any significant progress, but I am curious about your findings all the same. I want to make sure your time outside the court's shadow is being used effectively.
Of course.
The Scarlet Chorus sing of your name across the tiers. You must have taken some brutal measures to earn their interest. No small feat. no matter what terrors you inflict on this fallen realm, that you continue to observe the Voices of Nerat. If he has sowed chaos in this campaign, the court would know of it.
Something weird just happened. He didn't say, "I hope that you continue to observe." It's almost like some of his audio was cut. So that was not me, folks. That was not me. It was the game. Well, whatever. Let's just hope that it won't happen again. So, I'm happy to be an asset to Kairos' forces and to pull chaos out by the root. The Scarlet Chorus are paper soldiers I send into the furnace of war. Useful, for now. I think I'm gonna go with this. I'm happy to be an asset to Kairos' forces.
That is all this court has ever demanded of you. You do well to recall your duties with such exacting precision. You have spent some time on your own recognizance. The efforts of our military and the challenges they face should be no mystery to you. Tell me, are you any closer to determining which of the Archons is at fault for the troubles of this campaign?
There's no question, the Voice of Nerat is guilty of inciting chaos. I believe Graven Ash is the guilty party. Well, both of them have actually done quite a few things that goes against the interests of the conquest. I do not have sufficient information to make an informed accusation. Well, at least the Voice of Nerat's list is a lot longer, considerably longer than Graven Ash's. But I believe Graven Ash also did some. He also cooperated, or had some sort of a secret peace treaty with the Vendrian Guard back at Vendrian's Well, if I recall correctly. But I don't really have sufficient information to make an informed accusation.
Come now. Your decision does not bind you to an accusation at this time. I only wish to know if you have had success uncovering any evidence of misdeed or malfeasance. If you believe either of the Archons has acted in a manner not befitting their station, give voice to it.
I have not found enough evidence on either Archon. I do not feel comfortable making an accusation at this time. Well, we would be just repeating ourselves, and I'm quite sure that Tunon would not like to hear that. If only we could see the list, the list of things that we have found out about the two Archons. Well, our character doesn't really care much about the Voice of Nerat. She actually doesn't trust him at all. And Graven Ash has done some, has also done some questionable things, to say the least, and we don't really care about him or the Disfavored either. So, should I just go and say that the Voice of Nerat is the guilty one? Because his list of evidence that his list of evidence that indicates that he is the one causing all this trouble is a lot longer than Graven Ash's. But at the same time, I kinda don't want to piss him off at this point. Man. I believe that saying that Graven Ash is the guilty one is the safest bet, because we are going to confront him at some point anyway. But I wonder, does this exchange will this exchange be only between us, with us and Tunon? Because if this is secret, then I guess I could say that Voice of Nerat. But then again, it says here that there's no question. The Voice of Nerat is guilty of inciting chaos, which is of course true. But the second option here says that I believe Graven Ash is the guilty party. So we are not straight out accusing him for anything. In here, we are straight out accusing Nerat. But here we just say that we believe. I would really love it if we could kinda overthrow Voice of Nerat and then take the Scarlet Chorus for ourselves entirely. That's kinda my goal for this playthrough. So that's why I wouldn't mind saying that we believe Voice of Nerat is the guilty one here. But let us go full ham against the Disfavored. Just like we went full ham against the Scarlet Chorus in my first playthrough. So let's continue giving lots of shit to the Disfavored. I believe Craven Ash is the guilty party.
The Archon of War prides himself on his loyalty, and the skilled fighters he trains have turned the tides of this war on a number of occasions. On what grounds do you make this claim?
Craven Ash exchanged prisoners with the Vendrian Guard and willfully prolonged the siege. Craven Ash's daughter colluded with the Unbroken, producing an heir. I just believe he has committed terrible acts throughout the campaign. Well, yeah, but not as much as Voices of Nerat, I'm sure. Lore. He seems overly devoted to the soldiers under his command. I believe he would compromise the war for their safety. And he kinda has, in a way. We especially saw that in Vendrian's Well, where where he and his commanders were very hesitant to send their soldiers to the battle unless they were absolutely sure that the odds were on their favor. He's overzealous. He would disregard Kyros's law to see his ends achieved. Well, I don't know about this one, but let's just start with the first one here. So Craven has exchanged prisoners with the Vendrian Guard and willfully prolonged the siege. The adjudicator weighs your statement with interest. The space between the eyes of his mask narrows, though the change is too gradual for you to follow.
Material evidence is hallowed to the court. I respect your diligence in collecting it, Fatebinder. You bring hope to my ambitions of bringing order to this divisive campaign. Be sure that you remember this and any other evidence you identify when you are called upon to present your findings in a more formal manner.
Okay.
I look forward to receiving your full report. I will summon you again at the appropriate time. If there's nothing further, you're dismissed.
Do we have anything that I want to ask him? I don't think so, no. So let's just leave for now. Okay. Let's just leave then. Maybe I should have picked the other. Maybe I should have picked the option where I mentioned how Amelia had gotten an heir for the stalwart. But then again, that wasn't exactly Craven Ash's decision. It's not like he told his own daughter to go get captured by the enemy and then make an heir for them. You're not gonna stop me from leaving, Pilated Mark? Have nothing to say? Guess not. Guess not. Okay. Okay, now then, let's go to Halfgate.
Classic example of the Overlord's devastation. Like a battering ram, the edict cleared everything in its path, including the farmlands we need to keep the army supplied.
If the Scarlet Chorus lack for provisions, they should stop expanding beyond their means. Short of that, you can eat each other for all I care.
I'd rather snap that lobster shell around you and skewer the fleshy bits underneath.
Okay, so we are in the village of Halfgate. Tangled Limb. And I can see some... oh, never mind, the loot is over here somewhere. Tangled Limb. You're not the one we are supposed to come and talk to, but might as well since you are named person. Scarlet Chorus, ready your blades. Today we bathe in blood and victory. The Disfavored lurk and creep in the shadows of tall rocks. They think we don't see them, but we are going to grind them to dust. We'll cleanse the Disfavored from these lands, our lands. We'll burn them with scarlet blood before the morrow. Ah, Fatebinder, welcome to Halfgate. Can't stay to speak. There is war to be waged. Unless, of course, you are interested in joining us. Well, I am now. Do continue. We are headed to Jacked Moor. Jacked Moor. This jagged outcropping of rock is considered sacred land to the Stone Sea's beast tribe. We are headed to Jagged Maw to crack a few skulls. Luckily for us, a group of Disfavored have holed up in the shrine. It's past due, we probably welcome them into a quick death. He scratches a pustule on the lobe of one ear. To be honest, I'm just excited to rip a few throats out. That does sound like fun. I don't suppose you'll need a few extra bodies to join the mayhem. No amount of disorder could face Graven Asher's legions. If you expect the killing to be fun, you'll be in your grave before long. We'll see about that, my fine bladed and reeking friend. He grins, wild and unabashed. But the question is, will the Fatebinder be joining us? First tell me about this place, this shrine. No, I don't care about that. You'll need me to avoid unnecessary casualties. I might as well join you. Good on you, Fatebinder. Good on you. Well, as much as I enjoy conversing with you, I have to set off. My war party is getting antsy. I'll be looking forward to spilling blood with you soon, Fatebinder. Aha. Battle at Jagged Maw Shrine. Well, might as well do this side quest real quick. Jagged Maw is a well-trafficked area, close to the outskirts of the region, and a short distance from the region's few settlements. Beastmen have been fascinated with the area since Cairn's fall and the formation of the Stone Sea, believing the unusual rock formations to be tied to the dying Archon they revere. The heavy human presence here has driven them off, which has only increased the tensions between them and local settlers. Okay, and there seems to be... Oh, they are not fighting, they are just yelling at each other for some reason. And I can see some loot on the ground. Well, there are some bodies here. Scarlet notebook. Excuse me. A red spiral is carved upon the wooden cover of this papyrus notebook. The handwriting within is haphazard and inscrutable. The work of an unpracticed, poorly trained wordcaster. Iron ingots. Always nice to have them. Don't mind me, I'm just looting your friends. Just looting your friends here. Nobleman's hat. Well, it does give us... What did dampening do exactly? Well, let's just check it out here. What did this do? Plus 10 magic defense. Okay, that's quite good. Yeah, plus 1 accuracy is not worth it. Some wine, water, whatever. What's this? This rocky protrusion is magical in origin. As Cairn roamed the Stone Sea during the conquest, it was rumored that structures like these were formed in his wake and contained treasures of his essence. Well, let's touch it. Learned new spell core. Sigil of Stone. Ah, interesting. The Stone Sea environment is harsh and unforgiving. Arid plain life is about all that can survive.
Sorry, I can't.
In these parts. Okay. So, Tangled Limb and Kaidis is here. So, what's going on? Why aren't you fighting and tearing your throats out? Hoo-ah! Sorry for the ambush, unannounced, but we thought a surprise would be the best way to celebrate this fine occasion. You see, today's the day you died, Disfavored. We have come to paint the rocks with your blood. Now, I won't fault you or name you cowards if you wish to beg a swift death. I mean, it's plain as day a horrific torturous end awaits you otherwise. Oh, alright, regardless. What's plain as day is that the chorus is made up of dipshits. You think your numbers are anything but decent odds for a squad of the best damn Disfavored this side of Stalwart? Noticing your approach, the lieutenant stiffens. A Fatebinder? Here? Is this how you plan to beat us, Tangled Limb? Considering I'll be joining the battle against you, I would wager that bet on the chorus's odds. Tangled Limb's plans aside, I am an adjudicator of the court. It is within my jurisdiction to freely step in, or not, as I decide. Hoo-ah indeed, this sure looks like fun. So, either 3 or 1. Considering I'll be joining the battle against you, I'll wager that be set on the Chorus's arts. Now I like this. Hoo-ah indeed, this sure looks like fun. The disfavored officer shakes his head in disbelief. He squares his shoulders so hard it trembles, the sword clenched in his hands. Damn me and Kairos' shit luck. I'll cut radix if this mission doesn't kill me first. He lifts and readies his sword, crouching into a battle stance as he shouts to his squad from over his shoulder. You heard them, shields? Nothing to do but buck up, hunker down and cut their fucking heads off. Fatebinder or not, we have got a name to uphold and a mission to finish. Armed to the teeth, the Chorus gangster sucks in a sharp breath. What a beautiful, blood-tingling spin of events. Glad you could join us, Fatebinder. He waves to you, a manic grin twisting his features into something ugly, a promise of pain and darker things. Save me the officer, I'm going to cut his arms off for my collection. The officer pales visibly but stands his ground. He doesn't move, doesn't even tremble, his whole body rigid as stone and seemingly riveted to the spot. For a moment you are not even sure he's breathing. But then his voice rings loudly, forcefully bold as he entreats you to consider. Fatebinder, are these the sort of shitbags you like to align yourself with? There is still time to pick the right side. Stay out of it. Or shit, join us and we won't cut your entrails. I fight for the Scarlet Chorus. Kaitis, prepare to die, bleeding and broken in a wasteland of stone. The Voices has authorized me to do as I deem needed, including killing weaklings like you, Tangled Limp, who can't get the job done. We are out in the middle of nowhere with no witnesses. What are you going to do? Should I turn on you, Tangled Limp? You can't tattle to Nerat if you are dead. I fight for the highest offer. How much would you wager my worth? Make your bid, and we shall see. Or just glare silently. Nah, I fight for the Scarlet Chorus. Kaitis, prepare to die, bleeding and broken in a wasteland of stone. You sure know how to make a fellow's heart swoon, Fatebinder. Let the blood flow, and don't forget, the officer's mine.
Trouble come and feast my iron.
You can have your officer. There's not too many disfavored here, not that I can see anyway. Varric, go and attack this outbound. Verse, go and attack this runner here. Should be rather easy for you to take down. We go and stun this guy here. And you... I guess you can go with Varric and help him out.
Useless weapon.
Hey, you should be fighting Tangled Limp, Kaitis. Well, fine, be like that. And in the meanwhile, we stab him. Buff Varric. And freeze your weapon. And Verse, you should be able to take this one down very fast. There we go. Now come on, help me with this one here. The Iron Walker.
I'll tear your skull out by your ass.
This Oathbound should die very fast. Oh, but his Varric is getting some damage. Heal him. Good.
Damn thing couldn't pierce cloth.
Where is Landry? Ah, he's there. Okay. And this guy, he's dead soon. And let's ignite our own weapon, and you seal Varric just in case, and then throw some pens at not the stone shield, the crescent runner. Heal Varric.
Someone staunch my bleeding.
More pens. Stun him.
This weapon is entirely...
And you, shoot a burning arrow on this one here. And Lantry got a level. Did you miss? Of course you did. Well, go and attack the Crescent Runner then. Oh, not the Bloodhound, he's our friend.
No, sorry.
Is the Stone Shield attacking Lantry? No, never mind.
Consider it done.
Sunder.
On it.
Good, and there should be... Is the commander dead? Titus was his name, I think. Yeah, I think he's dead. There, then finish him off.
I will aid you.
This is useless.
Oh,
I
come
should
on.
try something else.
There we go.
Graven Ash protects.
Damn thing couldn't pierce the cloth.
As you command.
That's a nasty stun.
This is useless. I should try something
Throw
else.
the goddamn pens. Oh, for the love of... These three are in the
Damn
way.
thing couldn't pierce cloth.
There we go. That was easy. But then again, I wasn't really expecting much from a side quest like this. Well, we're gonna loot his body if you don't mind. Iron Guard armor. 1 armor, some pierce armor, fire armor, frost armor. We're gonna take that. Let's check out what it looks like. Damn, look at us. God damn. Really like how it looks. Really like how it looks. But of course, this is a rather situational. I think I'm gonna go back to this if I ever need, if we ever gonna go and fight against the Bane again, which we most likely are, and then have some fire armor too would be nice. But especially arcane against the Bane because they deal arcane damage. Just checking if these piece of armor give any. Doesn't give any arcane armor. Okay. Okay, we are done here, I guess. And now we have had our bit of fun. I would call that a bone-shattering success, wouldn't you? You got us to do the heavy lifting. You must feel very accomplished. Now, Verse, you wanted to come here and fight, didn't you? Okay. Aged planks of wood and withered rope are the only things keeping travelers alive while crossing the great chasms of the Stone Sea. Just checking if there's any
Sorry, I can't.
hidden loot here somewhere. Map says that there isn't, but there could be some hidden loot. I guess not. Well, that's that. Let's go back to Halfgate. Okay, back here. Now, back to the main task at hand. Yanni the Reaver. What do we have here? Some raw meat and mead. Aleros, are you a merchant? What's your step, Fatebinder? The Stone Sea is a rather steep drop from Halfgate's edge. Wouldn't want you to slip off now. What can a poor trader do for you? This place sure has been wrecked. It's interesting to see my destruction up close. If I say this, it's gonna piss him off, but who cares? I hear the folks of Halfgate feel that Disfavored are causing problems. Halfgate's townfolk sympathize with the Scarlet Chorus, is that so? Well, it's interesting to see my destruction up close. Actually, no. I don't think that we are really that kind of a person who boasts about his powers, especially magical powers, because we're not really interested in magic, and we don't want to boast about our magic, but our physical strength, if anything. So let's not. Yeah, this is not really my character. So, I hear the folks of Halfgate feel that Disfavored are causing problems. And that you sympathize with the Scarlet Chorus, is that so? Well, we don't like them, but we don't hate them neither. They have got a plan to stop the Earth's trembling, so they say, kill Cairn, kill the Quakes. Once the land's at rest, we can rebuild and farm again. And are the Disfavored causing problems here? Have you come to help then? Those meddling Earthshakers are protecting Cairn, but for the life of me, I couldn't tell you why. Maybe they like the trembling he causes every time he rattles and moans, but how are we to rebuild so long as the Archon lives? Anything noteworthy in stock? Afraid not. I'm plump out of, well, everything. A bit of cabin's all I have got to trade at the moment, if you are in the market. Right. Well, farewell then. This one looks like a pushover. Just a moment, folks, I just want to see what... Shut it! Don't you recognize Tuna's Fatebinder when you see her? Yeah, indeed. And I'm not just any Fatebinder, I'm the Queen Slayer. These dangling ropes served as last desperate attempt to keep homes together following the collapse. The aftershocks proved to be too much for the makeshift supports. Okay, so we got Yanni the Reaver. Glory to Kairos, Fatebinder. So I guess we can't talk to you yet. Maybe later when you become more relevant. Tuna's Fatebinder, yes? I hope you have come on a mission of peace. And you are Grayson, the elder of this fine town, I guess? Ah, welcome, traveler. I have seen so many new faces recently, it's getting hard to keep track of all of you. Seems every day we got new scavengers or artifact hunters, or just completely odd folks coming through these parts. Almost unsettling if you ask me. Is there anything I can do to help you? Any information you need about the area? Let's see, what do you know about the spires in the Stone Sea? Yeah, what do you know about the spires? Deep in the heart of Beastman territory there's one. Those are dangerous parts. You best be watching your back out there. He nods solemnly before continuing. The other is surrounded by those rock worshippers where the Colossus of Stone finally collapsed. You mean Cairn? Stone Colossus? Yeah, that giant of an Archon. Yeah, Cairn. He kept moaning and groaning as he made his way across the land, left destruction in his wake, and riled up the beastmen something fierce. Believe he fell near the Dawning Spire? He gives his head a scratch, pondering the situation. Some of the vendors here in town could tell you more. I know they have had some dealings with the scavengers from those areas. Okay, so there's 2 spires in the Stone Sea. So, have you seen Disfavored in the area? I have not seen any personally, but I have heard that they have set up around Cairn's body at Howling Rock. Once a fertile swath of farmland, Howling Rock, as the Stonestalkers took to calling it, is now a precipitous stretch of craggy peaks and bluffs that roils with the cries of a slowly dying Archon. No one in town wants them around. Everyone here blames them for the ongoing earthquakes. Anything more you can tell me about Halfgate? Well, let's see. It used to be called Plainsgate until Cairn came traipsing through and destroyed it. That would be your doing, wouldn't it, Fatebinder? He purses his lips. But you can't win a war without a few deaths. At least, that's what we are told. Well, you usually can't win a war without a few deaths, that's how it usually goes. People die. But we are strong people and we won't be brought down. You take the situation life hands you and make what you can of it. Well, that's a very good way of looking at life. Commendable. Earthquakes. Kids these days. Watch 10 years of ornithological sketches vanish in 20 seconds of smoke. Then tell me about your slow, leisurely tremors. Oh no, the roads are all shifting and my map's obsolete. Actually, that does sound quite odious. No matter what happens, you have to keep a positive outlook because it could have been far worse. Things can always be worse, Fatebinder. Yeah, that's true most of the time, I guess. Things could always be worse. Tell me what you know about Cairn. I highly doubt that these people really know much about the Archon. How has Cairn's passing affected settlers of this town? Well, they can't farm, and thus they can't have food, and so they are starving, pretty much. So I don't really see a point asking. I think that's all I need for now. So people seem to be riled up here. Oh yes, this part. Back away from the beastmen, and stop throwing stones or I'll start throwing back. Yeah, I remember this part from my first playthrough. But before that, let's look around for some loot. Some salt, I guess. Claret the Flayer. Iskander.
Sorry, I can't.
Wonder what's going on there. There's some leather.
Sorry,
skins. Meat and fruit. Irene. Sarah. Quite a few named characters here.
Sorry, I can't.
Iron ingot. Yeah, there's Fate Binder New Novel. Ah, there's another Fate Binder here. Interesting. But what's going on here? This beastman is shackled and cannot move. Examine. The beastman lies about and unable to move. Well, thanks. Speak with him. As you approach, you take a good look at the area where the townspeople have chained a beastman, brutally and on display like some kind of public attraction. He watches his tormentors, visibly exhausted and weary, battered and bloodied and stinking of urine and old meat. This is how I would see the miserable creatures, humbled and instructed in their place. To offer them anything more invites anarchy. And these are the stone stalkers, yeah. The beastman snarls and snaps at you, drooling tiredly as he strains against his bonds. His eyes are wide with fear, but his limbs droop tiredly and his whole body trembles. Back away or lose both life and limb. Left claw still has killing teeth, can still maim human. Just calm down and tell me what's happened. Help Left Claw, he whines, all the bravado draining from him. Why have humans hunted beastmen? Beastman has never bothered humans. Knows to live alone. Humans claim beastman killed settlers, but beastman has only hunted brown boar. Stone stalkers don't eat meat from humans. Tell settlers. He growls, angry and afraid. Left Claw is good hunter. Tracked boar for tribe, but got bit by Iron Maw near ridge to human den. Iron Maw. Is he referring to a bear trap? Bled and bled. Thought would have to rip through leg. Then sun woke and humans came, howling threats. You shouldn't have hunted so close to town, but I don't believe you killed the missing settlers. The settlers are convinced, but I am willing to consider all sides in this matter. Covered in blood, accused before the masses. You look like a killer to me. Call me curious, but why are you named Left Claw? I don't really care. Well, I'm willing to consider all sides in this matter. The beastman's eyes dart between you and the crowd. Yes, Left Claw speaks true. Perhaps human will free beastman? Maybe. What fate has human decided? I haven't made any decision yet. In chains, decide the captured beastman's fate. Okay, let's talk to Rancor. Maybe he knows more about this. Or maybe it's a she. The beast was to go to the chorus, but now things have gotten out of hand. Ah, we could get this guy to join the chorus. Marissa? Hang the mangy beast. Maybe Grayson knows about this. So, how are you? Well, I'm quite fine, thanks. What can you tell me about the captured beastman? Grayson grimaces, shaking his head. Ah, yes, the animal they caught outside the village. Can't wait for that unpleasantness to be dealt with. Covered in blood, lurking about no doubt to hunt more settlers. Mangled himself in a trap outside the gates. Don't know why the chorus brought him in. Just wipe the beasts out or drive them away. That's what I say. You didn't actually see him kill anyone. Why are you so quick to assume he's guilty? Why not just give it to the Scarlet Chorus? They coordinated his capture, didn't they? Let them decide what to do with him. Yeah, do that. I'm not opposed to it. If it weren't for them having sighted the beast days before and laying out the traps, we would have never caught him anyway. He nods his head to you, satisfied. They can do what they want with him, but I hope it involves skinning him for boots. Well, glad to hear that you agree. Well, guess we just tell him that you're gonna join the Scarlet Chorus if you want to live. Why does human have leave left claw to suffer? Please, please. If want free, give mercy, please. Kill quickly. What fate has human decided? Before I make any decision, I would like to hear more evidence on the matter. The mob is angry. I should speak with the less agitated settlers in town before making a decision. I have no sympathy for pickets. You are free to go, and if the crowd bothers you, they can deal with me. Wait, where is the option to... Is there anyone else I could talk to about this? Anyone here? There's the Fate Mother Nunoval here. Ignatia, the Bloodchanter's eyes widen at your approach, and she nearly leaps for you in her excitement. She flails her staff wildly in your direction. That's her, right there. That's the Fatebinder I sent the missives about. Ignatia, that name doesn't really ring any bells to me. Brehana, the Fatebinder of War, tips his head to you. He bears a wide, boyish grin. It's a strange image, framed by the scruff of his beard and constructed by the harshness of his years. Thought the scamp I have been hearing about might have been you. No matter where you moor, you churn up awake. Do you not, my friend? Not? You noble, good to see you. What's this now? Nunoval, good to see you. Was Nunoval one of the 3 Fatebinders in the courtroom in Bastard City? I think it was, at least the name is familiar. Good to see you. And you as well. He rests a hand on the haft of his halberd, but it's merely a habitual, relaxed gesture. He rubs at his spear thoughtfully, posture utterly at ease. Now, what's this about you withholding arcane knowledge from the Bloodchanters? His friendly Demeanor suddenly turns harsh, rough, and jagged as stone. I'm here following a flood of formal requests to adjudicate in your trial. In my trial? That's right, the Bloodchanter nods gravely. After dozens of missives reporting our grievances, a Fatebinder has finally come to investigate our claims. I have no idea what she's talking about. What complaints have been arranged against me? Isn't this a bit beneath your rank, Nunoval? Well, it might be, but hey, it's his job. What complaints have been arranged against me? But I kinda want to ask this. Isn't this a bit beneath your rank, Nunoval? The Fatebinder laughs, deep from the pit of his bowels. Perhaps it is, but I found myself growing blunted, cooped up in the courts. A good sword is wasted if not used, and so I decided to take a jaunt. He gives you a knowing look. Better me than Kallio, friend. Well, I don't know, I kinda liked Kallio, as she's the female one. So, what complaints have been arranged against me? The Bloodchanters must protest most gravely. Fatebinder Brehana has roused ancient, long-slumbering magic through the spires. We do not know if this magic is something Kairos has forbidden along with the old walls, but we do know that whatever the Fatebinder has gleaned as a result, she has not shared with us. Yet we are entitled to any weapon that will aid us in winning Kairos' war. Okay. She nods, face flushed with exuberance. Well, now you have heard my charges. So you're basically bitching about that, how I haven't come to you and teach you whatever magics and spells I have learned while being inside the old walls. Is that what you are complaining about here? Oh, Jesus. Time and again I have aided the Voice of Nerat, yet this is how you repay me. My duty is to interpret and enact Kairos' will. The Bloodchanters have no say in what I do. This is no proof, this is heresy. Lie. And I say that none of it is true. Your move, Ignatia. So Fatebinder's hard work is met with frivolous and fraudulent disputes. I find this tiring. How much will it cost to simply wash my hands of this matter? So basically we could maybe bribe Nunoval or Ignatia. Nah, I'm not gonna do that. And if I acquiesce to your charges, what would you have me to do to atone for these grievances? Now, we're not gonna do what she wants. Not gonna let anyone boss us around. Time and again I have aided the Voice of Nerat, and yet this is how you repay me. I kind of like this option here. But this is also good. The Bloodchanders have no say in what I do. If this said I have aided the Scarlet Chorus, then I would pick this option, but I don't want to make it sound like I'm doing this for Voices of Nerat, because I'm not. I'm doing it for the chorus. Time and again I have aided the Voice of Nerat, yet this is how you repay me. Well, let's just go with this. Fatebinder laughs deep from his belly, amused by your twist of fortune. The chorus have always been a ragged bunch, have they not? Allow me to give you a bit of advice from a seasoned Fatebinder of war. You must lead with a strong hand, and when needed, strike with a stronger one yet. You must lead with a strong hand, and when needed, strike with a stronger one yet, lest your soldiers grow factious. That's a good advice. And pretty much the philosophy my character goes with. He pins Ignatia with a hardened stare. Brihana speaks true. I, myself, have heard tales of her service to the chorus, yet you have these claims upon her with no proof of wrongdoing? No fate by Nunoval, but it's true. I swear by... Then I would deem the only guilty party here is you, Ignatia, guilty of wasting my time, and guilty of slandering a Fatebinder. He studies the Bloodchander who accused you, who is now red-faced and furious, but has no legal standing in which to protest. So, the Fatebinder of War scratches thoughtfully behind his ear. What ought we to do with the Bloodchander who has offended your name? Leave her be. Ignatius' devotion to the Scarlet Chorus is commendable. Pay me a fine of 200 rings seems appropriate. Now we're not really for the money. Burn her on a pyre and let her screams ward those who would slander a Fatebinder. If she can survive the flames, then she is skilled enough to teach new chanters. I kinda like this. Yeah, let's do that. Rat with the Scarlet Chorus. What? I thought they would like that. Well, whatever. The Fatebinder claps you on the back in amusement. I see your sense of justice was not waned. In any case, this matter is now closed. I'll ensure the chanter's punishment, but then you must come and buy me a drink. I would have you regale me with all that has happened since we last met. That's going to be a fascinating conversation starter for her, if she lives. More rat with Scarlet Chorus. What? The Bloodchanter throws her hands up, furious and frightened to the point of shaking. I should have known no Fatebinder would be impartial in dealing with another, she shrieks. What a farce of justice! Knives! You are blacker than bloody marked shadows! Guards enclose and then escort her, still screaming. Now obscenities, dragging her away until her voice diminishes into but a distant howl. And rat with tune on. Okay, this did not go how I wanted. The Fatebinder of War watches, silent, without so much as a struck or a sigh. Finally spitting once at the ground before he splits a wide grin for you and offers to lead the way to a place he knows that happens to serve sweet mulberry mead. Oh, we are leaving. Oh, we went to a tavern. Okay. You lurch on gawkish feet, straw and grit stuck to your face, a cloying aftertaste of fruit, meat, and something carnal leaden on the back of your tongue. Your head drops with too many braggart tales, and perhaps not for the first time. You are glad for the momentary reprieve from Nunoval's hearty laughter. Okay, well, I don't really like how that happened. I mean, I was so sure that... Well, I wasn't sure, but I kinda expected that the Scarlet Chorus would have kinda liked that, because only strong will lead. But then again, she didn't say it. No one said that she was a gang leader or anything, so she might have been just a normal blood chander in some other gang or something. Let's check something real quick. Reputation, and we got some rat with Tunon too. Tunon was appalled by your dishonest, chaotic ways. Dishonest, chaotic ways? What was so dishonest about that? I don't know. And the Scarlet Chorus? You know what? I'm gonna reload and I'm gonna do that again because it didn't really go how I imagined it would go. So yeah, I'm just gonna reload and do that bit again. So be right back. And we are back here. So let's just go with this more boring and less interesting option here. Leave her be. Ignatius' devotion to the Scarlet Chorus is commendable. 100. Thank yes. Okay. Fatebinder Brihanna. Forgive my rash words. I was only desirous of your vast knowledge. She bows low, face twisted in a fence. Feeling generous, Brihanna. You know, letting the guilty go unpunished merely sets a bad precedent. He sighed, seemingly disappointed in the outcome of events, but he's quick to offer you a sly grin. In any case, the matter is settled. Now you must come and buy me a drink. I will have you regale me with all that has happened since we last met. Okay, and then we go to drinking again. I think that any form of punishment would have been more interesting than the sorry display I just witnessed. Well, yeah, Verse, I agree, but I don't want to piss off the Scarlet Chorus or the... Well, I don't care too much about my boss, but I don't want to piss off the Scarlet Chorus too much. Well, not that they were pissed too much, but still. I mean, I'm just surprised that the Scarlet Chorus did not like how I handled that situation. I assumed that they would have liked that. And when I spared her, I didn't get any message saying the Scarlet Chorus liked what you did or any shit like that. Such bullshit if you ask me, but oh well. Let's just go with this. Rat with the Scarlet Chorus. What? The Bloodchander spits at your feet, irate and irksome. I should have known no Fatebinder would be so impartial in dealing with another. What a farce of justice. Son of a bitch. With a final heated scowl, she storms off, threatening to take her complaints to the Voices. What the... Rat with Tunon? Are you fucking kidding me? Right. Okay, now I feel bad. I should have stuck to my last punishment. That fucking bitch. And Tunon would have disliked our method of dealing with the situation anyway. Fuck. Okay, you know what? One last reload, and I'm gonna go with my original decision of how to deal with her. Fuck that Bloodchander. And we are back here, one last time. So, like I said earlier, fuck that Bloodchander. Burn her on a pyre and let her screams ward those who would slander a Fatebinder. If she can survive the flames, then she's skilled enough to teach new Chanders. Yeah, we're gonna go with this. Fuck what everyone else says. There we go. And we are back from drinking. Screw that bitch. Okay, anyway, now that that's been dealt with. Oh, I still have these. I still need to pick up all this loot. Can't. Because I reloaded. So let's do that real quick. Okay, and we still have this Beastman business to be dealt with. What? Oh, and now I can talk to Ranko for some reason. What's this now? A Fatebinder in Halfgate? Ch. Maybe I should have talked to Rancor first before going to the Beastman there earlier. And that's why I couldn't talk to her earlier, after I talked to the Beastman. Well, whatever. Anyway, the battle-scarred Fury looks you up and down, unimpressed. Then he scratches the end of a dirt thumbnail along the pock-marked front of his throat in the thought. Since you are here, you might be interested in our little predicament. So, what do you want? I'm listening. Before you say more, allow me to warn you. The cost for wasting a Fatebinder's time is unimaginably steep. Well, what do you want? Hetchi ain't ya, boss? He grunts. Don't worry, our little scheme has potential for profit written all over it. You see that lumbering beast they got chained there? He adjusts his chin in gesture toward the crowd. Yes, what about him? A group of townsfolk caught the beast a ways outside the city, night before last. Don't know whether he's done it or not, but they are wailing he ate one of their own. Now they want nothing but to string him up or skin him alive. Course the idiot won't talk, does nothing but snaps and drools and growls, so it won't be long till they have killed him. Ch, what a waste of a warrior. Slowly he turns a finger along the scar that mars the length of his throat. He peers intensely at you from behind the narrowed eyes lit of his mask. Unless, of course, someone were to intervene on his behalf. You're looking to recruit the beastman into your ranks, aren't you? Why should I care about a beastman's life or death? How much is the beastman worth to you exactly? Map, you're looking to recruit the beastman into your ranks, aren't you? A real clever one, aren't you? Good, then that makes this easy. If you understand that the Scarlet Chorus is needing to grow our ranks, then you also must know why we would want a beastman, especially a killer like him. Even a beast should recognize how they would prosper in the Scarlet Chorus. The strong lead with apology, and the weak are culled. It's just a natural order. I'm doing what I can to keep the lynchers at bay, but there is no abating their anger. We won't be able to keep them off the beast much longer. I'll settle this matter unto my own discretion as a Fatebinder. I'll speak with the populace and sway them to our side. How much is the beastman worth to you? I'll speak with the populace and sway them to our side. Well, let's try that. Aces, boss. The Scarlet Fury fingers his neck scar thoughtfully. Leave the rest to me. And no, I won't forget to make it profitable. Okay, so I guess we just have to talk to these people here, like Marissa. Hang the mangy beast, I guess not. Well, let's just go to the left claw. Yeah, the same thing. Yeah, Barrick, we know that you are racist and all that. Calm down and tell me what happened. Okay, so let's see. Wait, why don't we have that option? Well, maybe we don't have it yet. You shouldn't have hunted so close to town, but I don't believe you killed the missing settlers. I'm willing to consider all sides in this matter. Okay, let's see. What? We still don't have the option? We still don't have the option to recruit him. To say we don't have the option to just tell him, okay, we'll let you live, but you must join the Scarlet Chorus. Oh, what if we just let him go free? Let me save first real quick, because I am planning to free him, but I'm not sure if that's what Rancor wants us to do exactly. So that's why I'm gonna save real quick, so be right back. Okay, let's try. Let's see if this is what Rancor wants exactly. So I have no sympathy for pickets, you are free to go, and if the crowd bothers you, they can deal with me. Right with tune on a favor with Stonestalker tribe. Really? It's true? He whimpers and quivers with gratitude, and for a moment he turns a violent, bloodthirsty gaze on the crowd before him. But then it's gone, and his once more panting, harmless eyes starting in search of the easiest escape route. Left claw won't forget help from human. Well, that's nice, but... Okay, Rancor? Marissa, I can't believe you freed that monster, Fatebinder. We both know that the beastmen are a plague on our culture. We can't hope to restore our former glory while they think us little more than prey. They should be hunted to extinction or groveling at our feet, not left to seek bloody vengeance on us. Where is justice to be found, if not in your ruling? Questioning me is a good way to find yourself pilloried. I found another way to serve Halfgate's interest, but this isn't it. Justice is reserved for those who accept Kairos' peace. Halfgate is not an occupied city. This sounds a bit too formal. Questioning me is a good way to find yourself pilloried. Rat with Stone Sea villagers. No questions. No need to make matters worse. As far as I'm concerned, our business is done. Who the hell are you anyway? Well, I know that she's this woman here, but is she someone important? Between contributing to the downfall of our culture and getting sanctimonious in your defense, you have done quite enough harm today. Farewell. Yeah, go Crimea River. Okay, Ranker, so... Are you gonna capture him, or... Well, I guess he just let the beastman disappear. You just had to go and free him, did you? Way to ruin the damn trap. Well, isn't that what you wanted? Well, fuck it. Well, I kinda had this hunch that was not what he wanted us to do, so... Okay, let me reload. And we are back here. So, let's try this again. So, Rancor, what do I have to do again exactly? Time is of the essence, boss. Hurry and snack the beast before he's no more good to us than a thick-furred rock. Snack the beast. Hang the mangy beast. Wait, let's see. Let's check our quests. Sit here, in chains. Announce a verdict or continue to speak with settlers to learn more about the situation. Well, let's try to talk to the villagers here.
Aye.
Grayson. Okay, so... Why not just give him to the Scarlet Chorus? They coordinated his capture, didn't they? Yep. Might as well ask this too while we are at it. What are the Scarlet Chorus doing here? All I know is they have come in promising to help us with the beastmen and telling everyone they'll take care of the earthquakes. I don't know if they are telling the truth or not, but if they can take all those beasts away, I'm willing to give them all the help they can. All the help they want, even. Okay. Okie dokie, and... Marissa, how about you? Okay, still not. I wonder why the Archon of Stone attacked us. Okay, I can't talk to these people. How about, I don't know, this Sarah? Warm regards, Master Fatebinder. How do you do? So, are you anyone important? I haven't seen many folks the likes of you around here. Then again, most of the folks I have been bumping into lately are of the Scarlet Chorus. They are not the likes of anything but rotten. Anything I can do for a nice lady like you? What can you tell me about the Scarlet Chorus's presence here? Say I want to help around town. What can I do? What are your thoughts on the captured beastman? Would you find him guilty? You bet your britches I would. That beast as guilty as they come. Look it. His fear still matted in the blood of his victims. The settlers want what went missing 2 weeks ago, no doubt. He reeks of it. The lives he stole. Some folks believe we ought to consider his side, but there ain't no point to it, miss. Even if he ain't the one that did it, those beasts are a threat to our survival. I would not the news myself were the time come. Okay, but didn't those settlers disappear while scavenging the plains? Any number of things could have happened to them in such dangerous landscape. The Scarlet Chorus is actively conscripting for their army. Give them the beastmen and they won't insist you take up a place on the front lines. He's committed no crime. You have not sworn to any Archon and thus are not subject to the protection of Kairos' peace. Now we go with this. So the Scarlet Chorus is wants him basically. You okay with that? She shrinks back, alarmed by the thought. I'm no fighter, good miss. If anyone's going to die in Kairos' name, it ought to be a warrior, like a beastman, right? I would be no good at all out there on the battlefield. Yeah, I didn't think so. Anything I can do for an assassinator like you? That's all. Bye for now. Or actually, what do you think about the Scarlet Chorus' presence here? Only that they have been mucking about, stirring up trouble for weeks, trying to conscript the lot of us. I wish they would scurry on. Us gentle folk don't like their methods, Master Fatebinder. Granted, some prefer the company of the Chorus to that is favored, and I don't blame them. If all the Chorus wanted was to save the land, as they proclaim, I would be happy to aid them too. But with the way they are seeking to swell their ranks, I think they have got another agenda. What would that be? Everyone knows there are Earthshakers camped at Howling Rock. Whatever they are tinkering with there, the Scarlet Chorus want to stop it. Or maybe they just want to cause bloodshed. Either way, they would need bodies for an attack, wouldn't they? Yeah, that's all for a moment. Okay, more? Oh, there's Misery, by the way, but we'll talk to her in the next episode. Isadora, how about you? And Heikren. Tough times have befallen us. Okay, maybe.
Found something.
Maybe she becomes relevant later. Campy supplies, nice. At least we know that it's there. A lot of potions. Hey, Gren, what about you? You're the Fatebinder that everyone's been talking about. Is there something I can do for you? Why is there a beastman being held here in Halfgate? Back when the town was primarily a market for farmers, Stonestalkers worked as beasts of burden. They did the hauling and the plowing mostly, and they learned not to complain. But then Cairn incited them with a fool idea to take back the lands of their ancestors, and they have been nothing but raving and violent ever since. Not long ago, that one up there was dragged into town by a group of settlers and Chorus. He was covered in blood, a wild thing. We have done our best to look the other way, but seems they won't be satisfied to leave us be. Now they are out hunting us just beyond our own city gates. He should be given to the Scarlet Chorus. It will curb their aggressive recruitment efforts around town. Their efforts have been relentless, even bordering on violence at times. He nods to himself, considering your words. I prefer to keep my nose out of these things, but if you feel it's best for us to give him to the Chorus, I don't think you'll find much opposition in the matter. They did help us capture the beasts after all. Ah, there we go. Okay, now 3 people have agreed with our plan, Grayson included. Anyone else? I can't find any other named villagers here. Okay, maybe that did it. Let's see now. Ah, there we go. You are to join the Scarlet Chorus, Beastman. Yes, yes. Left Claw will join Chorus back to live. He whimpers and quivers at the prospect of his coming freedom, and for a moment he turns a violent, bloodthirsty gaze on the crowd before him. But then it's gone, and he's once more panting, harmless, eyes starting in search of his new allies. The gang that will protect him, and in turn he will win wars for. Left Claw won't forget help from human. One bloodthirsty animal joins a horde of bloodthirsty animals. It feels right. Indeed it does, my dear. If the beast is to fight for the chorus, then it's alright. Just get the mongrel out of my sight. Yeah, and the people seem to agree with it too. Nice. Now, this way, everyone is happy. I'm happy, Chorus is happy, their villagers are happy, everyone is happy. Okay, that side quest is done as well. Okay, and before we end this episode here, let's check let's give the attribute points and stuff to Lantry. So... Now what did this... it got value from quick finger banglets. Oh, okay. So... Spell strength and magic defense. Yeah, let's give him that. Make his heals stronger. And here... Lantry's graces with thrown weapons can bounce to strike enemies behind the target. Gain a bonus to accuracy with thrown weapons. Yeah, let's go with that. Okay, so I'm gonna end this episode here. And in the next episode, well, we're gonna talk to some of these people, especially Misery, because she's the one who's basically looking after this place. So we'll talk to Misery, and maybe after that we go and confront the Disfavored around Cairn's remains straight away in the next episode. And after that, well, I don't know, but hey, we'll see. So until then, thank you for watching once again, and see you next time for more Tyranny.